Hey everybody, it's Caravan of Garbage. It's me, Meso.
And it's me, James. Everybody's here. I love Caravan of Garbage, Mason.
Me too.
Sometimes. When it's either really bad... Nah, just when it's really bad.
Yeah, I don't like it when it's really good.
What have you got today, Mason, is what I'm saying.
You said to me, can you think of a bad or good Venom story? And I thought of a bad Venom story, like that I read back in the day. And I'm like, this is bad. But then I had this thought, did I imagine it? Like, because it's so... I recall it being so dumb that maybe it was a parody.
Trash, bro.
But no, it's real.
Oh, it's real
so
good.
I went and I tracked it down. This is a Venom story from 1997. Comic book fans now will know that Venom's had a lot of different incarnations. He's been a hero. He's been an anti-hero. He's been a villain. He's had different people take the roles. But did you know that Venom was also a government agent in the 90s? This is 1997. This is a storyline called Sign of the Boss.
Right.
A little play on Sign of the Cross there.
Oh, that's good.
Right. And this was like 3 or 4 months, I reckon, after Men in Black came out. So he's working for a secret government agency. He's got 2 handlers called Agent Smith and Agent Jones, and they're quite generic. One's a man and one's a lady, but they're still quite generic. I believe they've implanted a bomb in him, so he has Suicide Squad style.
Oh, right.
So if he doesn't complete his missions, they're going to blow him up.
Okay.
But this storyline begins with him swinging through New York City. He's singing, for starters.
He looks like a deranged Santa.
Yeah, he's got a big sack on his back. What you need to know about this version is that when Venom was created originally in like 1980, I want to say 89-ish, he was this grim, homicidal, terrifying monster character. But by 1997, he was probably one of the dumbest characters Marvel had. Like at this point, he's sort of somewhere between the Joker and the Mask. Like they've just combined them together.
Okay.
Like he's so...
I guess because there's spookier symbiotes by this point, right?
Yeah, I
or
guess so.
symbiotes.
Swinging about, he's singing the Venom Man theme song, which is just the Spider-Man, Spider-Man, except Venom Man.
That's very good.
Right, he's doing that.
But he's not called Venom Man.
He's not called Venom Man. It's true. And a lot of people in the city are like, oh my God, it's not Spider-Man. But then he drops into he's got a sweet government agent bachelor pad, which contains all the mod cons. He's got big weights. He's got a comfy sofa.
I feel like those weights aren't big enough.
He's got a big old... Well, and also he doesn't need them.
Yeah.
He's got superhuman strength. But then he pops down onto his couch and he cracks open the sack, revealing hundreds of chocolate bars. Because by this point, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, they discover the Venom symbiote, its homicidal tendencies can be abated by eating chocolate. That's how far this character has fallen by 1997. It's like if you were watching a movie or something about vampires, and they're like, the murderous lust of the vampire can only be sated by the death of innocence. Or this glass of grape juice. Yum, 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 yum. Like, what's even the point?
Well, that's Twilight. You can just drink animal blood.
I guess that's probably true. So anyway, the generic agents come in and they're like, we've got a mission for you, Venom.
Right.
There's a dictator, an international dictator, is going to a local church in the Bronx to do a speech. Apparently, he's changed his homicidal ways. We want you to protect this guy. We want you to...
Oh, I thought they were going to be like, take him out, kill him.
No, they want him
kill him in church.
No, they want Venom to shadow this guy.
Okay.
So Venom can transform into any form of clothing.
Yes.
So if he's going into a church...
Priest.
No.
None.
Correct.
Yes!
Right? Again, this is how far
He could just be a guy.
No,
just a rando guy.
But that wouldn't be wacky, would it?
No, it wouldn't be very wacky.
See,
You're right, it wouldn't
you
be
see
very
what I'm
wacky.
talking about,
I wasn't thinking about how it was.
Yeah.
Is he Deadpool? Are they just making him Deadpool?
Yeah, he is a little
Feels
bit,
a bit Deadpool.
But also, you don't want to just be like a simple... go and protect the guy. There needs to be an additional wrinkle. So, who else is going in to see this dictator speak but Danny Ketch, who is the current holder of the Ghost Rider demon. So he's going in as well. And I like, there's a little introduction to Danny Ketch and his friend Melissa. Right. And it says, Danny Ketch and Melissa Morrow, students and friends. They're students and friends.
That's nice.
And there's a lot of expository dialogue. Here's the thing, though. This is supposed to be a big reveal that he is Ghost Rider. Like, it's going to happen later. But if you look at the splash page at the front of the issue, it just says he's Ghost Rider.
Right.
This is Sister Edwina. This is Eddie Brock as it...
Oh, he's kept his regular face.
He's kept his regular face and his Venom height. So he's like 7'6" and a nun, but nobody seems to notice. And here's the thing also, Venom and church shouldn't mix. Church is the home of his tortured origin
Yeah,
where he
right.
was going to kill himself.
Yes, I
and then
remember.
in the church, and then the Venom symbiote sort of envelops.
I've seen Spider-Man 3.
Exactly. But in this, he's just like, yeah, I'll go to church. I'll dress as a nun. It's pretty... There's like an offhanded reference to like, don't sing too loud because
Oh, yeah, because the
the symbiote will get mad or whatever, right? People file into the church. Your dictator pops in. He's got some superpowered backup here. He's got an existing superpowered bodyguard.
Okay,
It's
that's
pretty
good.
exciting. Right. Trouble's afoot. But then, like, we get some generic terrorists pop out of the
Nice.
crowd. They start shooting into the air. They're like, everybody bloody...
Stop what you're doing.
Stop what you're doing.
Stop doing it. Stop being at church.
His bodyguard seems to be some sort of Jesus-powered superhero.
Right,
It's
okay.
never really explained.
What superpowers does she have?
She's like fast and she can fly.
Oh, you're like Jesus.
Look, what we get here, they're kind of visually interesting, but they're also immediately forgettable.
Right.
On the side of the dictator, we have this lady. I believe her name is Stigmata, because
Very
she's
good.
powered,
Yeah,
she's powered
Jesus
by
powers.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And on the other side, this guy Arachnid, who you'd
A
think
literal-
you'd think is just a man in a trench coat with a lot of sticks coming out of underneath instead of legs. But no, he's a
Weird Spider-Man.
He's a weird spidery robot man, and he's got a big old flowing mane of hair.
I don't mind that one.
Yeah, it's not bad,
I
alright?
like the reveal.
It's pretty good, right? But I'll ask you tomorrow what he looks like and what his name is. You won't remember.
I won't know.
But anyway,
I've already... Arachnid? Arachman.
Arachnid.
Arachnoid.
Arachnid. Yes. Oh no, now I'm forgetting. Oh, and also Danny Ketch is immediately knocked out in the tussle. Stigmata gets a sting. She gets stung by Arachnid.
okay.
She's out of action. And then the agents who are outside are just like, trouble's afoot. Let's give our generic signal to generic Eddie Brock. And he transforms into Venom. And he spooks those nuns. We got
Nice,
a little,
good work.
we got a
Yeah,
little nun immediately passing out, right? Pretty good. He kills some terrorists. It just beats. It's very vague. Like, there's no brutal
Who he's
murders
hitting
really in
or-
this.
Right, so it's not one of those tearing heads off.
I think what they did is they PG-ified
Right,
him.
okay.
I think...
Well, that sounds familiar. Mason. I mean,
Ooh.
Sony.
Yeah. But here's the thing. He's all quips.
Yeah, right.
He's just quips, funny sayings, and he's just...
Give me an example.
He's saying, praise the Lord and pass the ammo.
Good stuff,
Bit
good
of that.
stuff.
He jumps in front of some terrorists and he says, why are you pointing those things at people? They might go off and kill somebody.
Oh, yeah, that's
But
good.
He offers a kid one of his chocolate bars.
I still got the chocolate on him.
He has a crack at Arachnid. It's some spider-on-spider action. I know
Absolutely.
there's some splash, but I knew this is what you were after.
That's
some
exactly what I'm
spider-on-spider
after,
action.
yeah.
Right. He rips off one of Arachnid's legs and stabs him with it.
Very good.
And
That's
apparently-
good. I like that.
Apparently he's not immune to his own poison.
Even
So
though it's flowing through his own body.
Exactly,
Well,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
half spider. The bottom half is spider, isn't it? So the top half is man.
Man, hang on, but I think he's stung in his spider bits.
Ah,
So,
do you want to confirm that?
no, he's stung in his man bits.
Okay.
All right.
Don't get stung in your man bits,
Don't get
guys.
stung. It's a good. Venom beats up some more terrorists, and then there's some collateral damage. A priest gets shot, etc. And at this point, Ghost Rider has woken up, and
Oh, he's ready to go.
exactly, and he's like, Venom, I'm bloody gonna get you. Right, mate?
You did this or whatever?
Yeah,
Incident,
it's a classic superhero misunderstanding.
Yeah,
It's
right.
like he's up and he's like, I don't know what's happening, but I better turn into Ghost Rider. And he turns into what I believe is the worst Ghost Rider costume ever created. Look at that.
Oh, that's horrible.
But anyway, there's the classic villain hero misunderstanding.
Yeah, they punch and stuff,
we'll
I assume.
punch him for a bit and mates. And then it's revealed, of course, that our murderous dictator, who's mended his evil ways, of course hasn't mended his evil ways.
No.
And he's always been a murderous dictator.
So he
Right.
set this all up.
He set it all up.
But to
He's-
what end?
Well, basically, he wanted to be on that international money train, right?
Yeah, right,
But
yeah.
they won't let him on the international money train because he's a murderous dictator. And so what
He
he's
wanted
done,
a copy of the movie Money Train.
he wanted a copy,
on
but they
VHS.
won't exactly. But they won't rent it to him at Blockbuster. They won't give him a card, a membership, unless he mends his evil ways.
Okay.
But basically, he's hired the terrorists,
Right.
And he's hired his wife. His wife is also a paid actor.
Good
He's
stuff.
hired the Arachnid guy.
And does he then reveal all this to everybody in there? Is he
No,
like,
he's just
all of these people are
no,
actors.
he's just like no, he does it via exposition to himself.
Right, okay.
He does it like my plan. Why isn't my plan to pretend to be a good guy working? And his fake wife is like, why did you do this in New York City? It's full of superheroes. And he's like, shut up, idiot.
That's a good point,
It is
though.
a really good point, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, the priest is like, I've been shot. I need a doctor. And he's like, and he slaps the priest, kind of thing. If it wasn't drilled home enough, he hasn't actually been redeemed. Yeah, and then there's some more exposition.
Arachnid's still
Arachnid
alive.
gets back
I remember
up.
the name.
There we go. He metabolizes his poison, and then You remember Thought Bubbles?
Yeah, I remember
There's just
Thought Bubbles.
there's 2 full pages of Thought Bubbles where he's like, "Oh, we were all so convinced the plan would work. His reputation as a cruel dictator kept him out of the New World Order. He thought faking religious enlightenment. Who was he thinking?
Shut up,
Who's he
Arachnid.
thinking this to? He thought by faking religious enlightenment, hiring to reshape his public image, he was open the door to the people's hearts and be known as the president. The world as the president who changed his ways. It would be able to allow one day the U.S. government to sanction him, and it would be the first step to make him the richest, most powerful man in South America, and all of us are rich along with him. The trip to the U.S. was to rush things a bit proof to the world. What a good man to terror was, and by him public sympathy. A few properly placed terrorists would make him the victim and almost a martyr, and he would have reasoned with us, made us see our evil ways, and stage a tearful reconciliation on live TV. The US would have eaten this up. All I have to do is sneak up on these so-called heroes and stab them through the back into their hearts with all the venom I can produce. That wouldn't do anything.
Not to those guys.
Anyway, then a nun hits him in the back of the head and he goes down. So that's pretty good. Anyway, then the fight continues. They had to fill in some pages, I guess. There's a lot of splash pages.
Yeah,
the
right.
90s. And then...
See, they've put too much text on one page.
There was so much text.
Or a couple
He
of
spread
pages.
it out.
Yeah.
Ghost Rider gets Venom on his knees, and he's... So at this point, Ghost Rider's
the soul.
main weapon is the Penance stare.
Yeah.
Which is where he looks you in the eyes, and then you feel the pain of all the evil you've done to other people.
Yeah.
And you go mad.
Yes.
But then he's like, Venom, I'm going to give you the Penance stare, and you're going to feel the pain of all the evil you've done to people in your lives.
Hey, listen, heads up.
And then Venom's like, nah, don't judge me, though. I'm on the up and up.
I got a bomb in me.
I'm a good guy now. And Ghost Rider's like, all right. Which is the least Ghost Rider thing I've
Yeah, he
ever-
would just do it
He would
anyway.
do it anyway.
Doesn't give a shit.
Doesn't care about any of that. But anyway, they're like, all right, well, I guess we're going to team up. And there's a seemingly endless number of terrorists. They beat up some more terrorists. Then the dictators, he's going to kill Ghost Rider's friend. One of the nuns wakes up that stigmata lady from earlier.
Oh, yeah.
You remember her?
Vaguely.
I
I
forgot
thought she
her.
died.
No, she didn't die. She's fine, I guess. And then Venom webs this dude and then throws him into the path of Ghost Rider, and he gives him the old penance stare.
Nice, got him,
And
got
then
him.
he peels out on his sweet orange motorbike with visible underpants, and he gets out of there. Then Venom rescues the priests, and then the reveal is that the stigmata lady was actually also hired by these guys.
Okay, right.
She was
yeah,
a secondary
very good.
bodyguard.
Great stuff. Good twist.
And
and
then
then...
the guy's he's in a prison or something, and he's gone mad because of the penance stare. And then Venom goes back to his sweet bachelor pad and eats a chocolate cake. Pretty good, right?
No?
Yeah, it was one of the worst things I've ever read at the time and now. So
Because normally when you read something as a kid,
it's pretty,
everything's great,
Everything
right?
is great, yeah.
But even then you were like,
nah,
20 years ago. No,
I don't
good.
like any of these visible underpants.
And it was so bad you thought you'd imagined it.
yeah.
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 Oh, that's incredible.
Ta-da.
Hey, this has been Caravan of Garbage, though, here every Tuesday. But we have videos here Sunday and Thursday also.
Yeah, we do.
Often we cover a comic book or a movie or a TV show or a video game. If you've got something you want us to look at, please let us know. It doesn't have to be garbage, but it can be. Oh, also, there's an extended version of this.
Ooh.
Should mention that. If you want an audio version, go for it.
Go for your life.
Also, we have a podcast called The Weekly Planet where we talk movies and comics and TV shows. That's out every Monday. All of that is also linked below. You can find everything that I've said, that we've said, all of it at planetbroadcasting.com.
Every word, it's being transcribed right now.
All right, well, thanks for watching, guys.
Grab that gem, you guys. We'll see you next week.
Goodbye.